Why? So why do I need to travel from Malaysia to the UK on two wheels? Well, the reasons to tell you why, I need to tell you about my personal experience and my own personal well-being over the past year. First off, I'd like to talk with you about what some of my friends have said. They said to me, "No, you sure you're not doing too much? You're doing a vlogging, you're going to raise money for a charity, and then you're also going to be doing this by yourself." For me, this was the most obvious. For me, it was. I needed to put myself and challenge myself to see what I could do, and nothing was too much. I wanted to trial out new things and see how far I could push myself, and it's okay if it doesn't work out. Over the past year, I've suffered from an anxiety disorder which has been very, very debilitating. It has left me in a situation where, at its worst points, where I couldn't even do one thing in a day, I couldn't write an email, everything went in slow motion particular times. I even felt like my shoes were coming off my feet. So last year, my doctor said to me, "You're suffering from an anxiety disorder." And I went, "What? Me? But I'm brave, I'm tough, I'm confident. I can do all this sort of stuff. Man up, Noah." But I couldn't. And this is where I'd like to introduce you to the charity MANUP. MANUP is a British-based charity that is best described by its mission statement. It looks at the definition of the word man up in the Oxford Dictionary. To be brave or tough enough to deal with difficult or unpleasant situations. Man up. Man Up wishes to challenge this idea. Don't just brush it off. Don't just get on with it. Talk about it. It aims at enabling men to be able to talk freely about their mental health. The charity supports men and encourages them to talk freely about their mental health. It also gives talks to schools and local communities, removing the feeling of stigma that is associated with it. It funds research into the high rate of suicide amongst men and what the barriers are for men being able to talk about mental health issues. I personally suffer from this and still do suffer from this anxiety disorder. I was surprised that this was happening to me, but in actual fact, 1 in 5 men suffer from an anxiety in their lives. One in 5. In fact, Dr. Krista Fisher, a leading researcher from Victoria, Australia, describes in a recent research paper, anxiety disorders are the most prevalent disorder experienced by men. If left untreated, anxiety is predictive of psychiatric disorders, including depression and associated suicide risk. I'm so glad I was helped by my doctor, my psychiatrist, my counsellor, my friends, my wife, and my family. I was fortunate to have this network. Not everybody is. So I want to raise awareness of this disorder and the need for us all to accept this illness and be willing to talk about this subject freely. If I broke my arm, everyone would come rushing to me. "Can I draw on your arm? What happened to you? Oh, that's so funny." But as soon as I break my head, everyone feels a bit uncomfortable. They want to distance themselves. Now, I know this is better amongst the younger generation. I've seen it as being a school teacher myself, and that's great. I've never had as many counsellors at school as I've seen now, and that's fantastic, even if the kids don't like it. But for us, older generation, it's still tough. It's still tough for men to be able to talk about their feelings. But I think to be tough and brave is to talk about your feelings. And that's why I need to tell you to be honest and be straightforward and break the stigma. I've started a Just Giving page and it aims to raise £3,000 or 30,000 Hong Kong or $4,500 US. I've started my own contribution, and if you would like to help, please click the link below to my Just Giving page of which you will give your money directly to MANUP. In the meantime, Frankie and I will go spread the word. Go, Noddy.
Meow.